Black History Month is a remembrance of important people and events in the history of the African culture. Reverend Talbert Swan from Spring of Hope Church of God in Christ in Springfield is here to tell you about a wonderful lecture series being held to educate and inform our community. Reverend Swan, thanks for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
So tell me about the lecture series that you're having at your church.
It's called Lift Every Voice, Celebrating the Past and Shaping the Future. It's a series of lectures given by very prominent individuals that will talk about a myriad of topics that are relevant both to the African American community and to the community at large. And so we're excited about bringing this lecture series here and about the people we're going to expose the city of Springfield to.
And this is the first year that you're doing it.
Yes.
And it's what better time than Black History Month to really educate our community on the history of African Americans.
Absolutely.
And the culture.
That's
so tell me about the speakers. I know the first one was supposed to be held last Tuesday, but of course the snow had it canceled, so it's kind of fortunate because no one missed anything.
Absolutely.
So the first lecture is...
will be this Tuesday on the 8th. Dr. J. Keith Motley is the Chancellor of the University of Massachusetts, Boston. He's been in the area for a while. He was the Dean at Northeastern University for a number of years. He went to school in this area. We were excited when he was appointed to that position. He's going to be talking about the importance of education and African American advancement. And so it's going to be a wonderful lecture by Dr. Motley.
And that's so important for a lot of people, not even just African Americans, but just for anyone that, for education and how important it is for your success. So that's a great lecture to have.
Absolutely.
And the next lecture?
Next lecture will be on the 15th. It will be Dr. John H. Bracey. He's Professor of African American Studies at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. He specializes in the history of African American women, and he's going to be talking about the role of African American women in American history. And so we're going to be honoring a couple of women in the community, and he's going to give a wonderful lecture. He's been around a long time, noted author and professor, and it's going to be a wonderful time.
That's great. And the third lecture? Third
lecture will be Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, a renowned scholar, best-selling author of Countering the Conspiracy to Destroy Black Boys and a number of other books from Chicago, Illinois. He will be here, and he'll be talking about raising African-American children with a focus on black males. They say black males are an endangered species. Dr. Kunjufu will talk about that and so much more.
And the last lecture is on Tuesday, March 1st, and that's Liz Walker.
Liz Walker, she was supposed to be our first, but in New England, the snow postponed that.
But it's okay because she's still giving the lecture.
Absolutely. Liz Walker is an award-winning journalist, did Channel 5 in Boston for a number of years, went to the Sudan and did fact-finding mission around the slave trade there, founder of My Sister's Keeper. She is also an AME ordained preacher, and she's going to be talking about the role of religion in African American culture. And so Liz is going to give a powerful lecture. She lectured at the faith-based service for the governor's inaugural and rocked the house. So we're looking forward to her coming.
4 great speakers,
Absolutely.
And there's so much to offer, and they're coming right here to Springfield.
Yes.
And that's wonderful. People should really take advantage to learn more
Absolutely.
and be educated. Now, who was the founder of Black History Month?
Well, Carter G. Woodson, who was a noted historian and author, the second African American to receive a PhD from Harvard University after W.E.B. Du Bois, felt that the contributions of African Americans were not noted in the history books and among the teachers, and so he single-handedly brought about what was called Black History Week, which was the second week in February back in 1926. It has morphed into Black History Month, and we owe a lot to Dr. Carter G. Woodson for bringing the focus on the contributions of African Americans.
Absolutely, to really have that remembrance and to educate people and bring the awareness to the community. And your lectures will touch on not just the African American culture, but also its relevance to our community as well, and
Absolutely.
how our community is so rich with that history.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what else will be happening at the lectures? It won't just be lectures.
Right. There'll be spoken word, there will be dance, there will be music, and we'll be honoring 2 individuals at each lecture with awards for that particular topic area that we're talking about that night, education, women, youth. So we'll be honoring people who have been working diligently in our community.
And
so
they should have. They
wonderful.
deserve that recognition,
Yes.
absolutely, because it seems, it really is something that really touches our community. so closely. So
Yes.
that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Reverend Swan, for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And it sounds like this series is going to be wonderful. And for more information on the series, you can visit springofhopechurch.org. You can